seconds to showtime.
Defense of the Ancients is the game that kicked off the MOBA genre, and in Dota 2, Valve has recreated that original success almost completely unchanged.
Hell yeah!
Right away, you know what you're getting. The first dozen or so hours are going to be a rough ride, knocking you around with too much information and an often unforgiving community of players. But if you persevere, Dota 2 becomes one of the most rewarding and tense team-based multiplayer experiences available. What makes it stand out from the crowd is its uncompromising depth, a ridiculously generous free-to-play model, and the great features Valve has built up around it.
To do it with flair.
Pick any of these, fellas.
This is free-to-play in the most sincere way possible. All of Dota 2, including its cast of over 100 characters, is available from the moment you complete the tutorial. The only things for sale are cosmetic enhancements and tournament goodies, almost all of which are created by the community and held to a very high standard. There's not a single paid advantage that could have the slightest impact on the in-game experience, and that's an amazing situation unrivaled among Dota 2's closest competition. Both heroes and abilities have distinct and impressive art and audio direction that makes even the chaos of a 10-player teamfight readable once you've trained your eye. Most importantly, it's easy to tell when another player stuns you or you take too much damage and need to get the hell out of dodge. But where Dota 2 really improves on the original Dota is everything surrounding the finely balanced gameplay. From the matchmaking and special holiday events and tools that allow you to easily view and even participate in the professional gaming and tournament scene, it's here that Valve excels most obviously. And while Dota 2 has earned its reputation for a prickly community, Valve has made leaps and bounds in curbing the aggression of overly competitive players. For example, everyone has a matchmaking rank, but by making it private, Valve have prevented players from researching their teammates for the purpose of abuse, or bailing out of a game because someone on his team isn't good enough.
Nobody likes to play support, yet everybody likes to win.
Even among MOBAs, Dota 2 has become notorious for its difficulty curve and intimidatingly complex design, and that's totally justified. Having to learn about everything, from killing your own units to deny the enemy experience points and gold, to hundreds of complex abilities like Bloodseeker's Rupture, which deals huge damage with every step you take, is a big barrier to entry. Even figuring out which of the 100 heroes fits you best is a time-consuming challenge.
Practice makes perfect!
But beyond that barrier, there's an ocean-deep pool of systems and versatility. Unlike other MOBAs, where heroes must be bought individually, in Dota 2 every hero feels uniquely and drastically powerful in one particular area. It remains competitive and balanced because every hero's strength is counterable by another's, or by a specific item or tactic, which only works because every hero is free from the onset.
I'll take that. There we go.
Dota 2 is also an instance in which less is more. There's no progression outside of the game that will have the slightest mechanical effect inside of it. Without artificial goals to aim for, you're left with a strong and refreshing sense of fairness and purity, where everything that can influence success or failure is right there on the battlefield. Yet at times, Dota 2 seems almost belligerent towards new players in the way that it hides its mechanics. Many of the more advanced techniques, like pulling a group of neutral monsters out of their home so that a new group can spawn to effectively double the rewards, are never hinted at. This forces you to read and educate yourself outside of Dota 2, and that ends up as another way of steering you towards involving yourself in the community. As for its future prospects, things look bright for Dota 2. Each year of its long beta period is defined by huge balance patches that make widespread changes to keep things fresh and interesting. Given Valve's treatment of Team Fortress 2 and Dota's own history of regular and impressive patching, it's a safe bet that there will always be something to learn and something new to master.
It's not time yet!
Got a feeling this is gonna be good. I'm under attack! That's a win for Radiant.
Dota 2 deserves its intimidating reputation. There's a huge time investment before you can even enjoy a game, let alone feel competent at it. But once you start to learn its secrets, there's a wild and exciting variety to play here that's unmatched even by its peers. It's a challenge of knowledge as well as reflexes, and success is a rush. The fact that it's completely and totally free to play, in the way that we wish all free-to-play games could be, isn't just one of the most generous propositions anywhere in gaming. It creates a level playing field where skill and cooperation is paramount.
A fine adjustment.
May the best team win.